What's up, guys? Blloodspartan here with a Team Slayer game, Halo Reach, everyone's favorite game right now. It's Elite Slayer, and I have a little bit of a different twist on this game type. I think this is probably at least one of my favorite game types, and that is my favorite gun in the game, probably the plasma pistol. And I'll get into that later as I start dominating with it, but that thing is just a beast. I mean, it's fire that thing and then you only need one headshot to kill. It's pretty hard to beat. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, we're a little late on getting some Reach vids up, but I know Camouflage puts them up and I've got more coming, so this is just the first of many. And yeah, I just decided to put up a pretty solid game I had. This is I go plus 17 here in this game. I go on a nice hammer spree, and then I just start tearing it up with the plasma pistol. Pretty much love this game. This game is just amazing. For those of you who don't have it and are watching these kinds of videos to figure out whether you should get it, absolutely you need to get this game, because this is one of the best games I've ever played, if not the best game I've ever played. I love this game. I just like it in every way. I mean, there are things that are overpowered, as I own with the plasma pistol, but yeah, like the nades and the energy sword. The hammer's a little bit more balanced. You have to be really close, but the energy sword you can launch from pretty far with. The nades, instead of deciding to nerf the frag grenades, they decided to make the plasmas actually stick from a farther distance. I think that's true. I know you can get stuck if the nade is on the ground, which is completely ridiculous in my mind. So yeah, that's one thing that's kind of frustrating, but I mean, there's always balance to Halo games. It's probably one of my favorite things about this game. What has really kept me in this series for so long is that everything is always balanced. There's always a counter to everything. You know, there's always the sword versus sniper, long range, short range, mid-range. You know, the DMR is all around pretty sweet, double sticky there, as I'm talking about overpowered nades, which they totally are. But yeah, I mean, I really don't see why this game is having such mixed reviews. I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews, mainly based around the campaign, I think. I'm not a huge campaign player. I'm almost through it on Legendary right now, but it's not my focus, and I think it's perfectly fine. It's really fun in my mind, but some people are not quite as happy with it. I mean, people who they want the series to be, you know, the way it should be. This is a prequel. How can you have armor abilities that aren't showing up later? That kind of thing, but I'm more about the actual gameplay, how the game feels when you're playing it, especially in multiplayer, and I love it. It's great. It's exactly what Halo should be. It's, you know, team-oriented to get kills. One main important thing that I'm going to talk about a little bit right now is team shotting and the importance of callouts in this game compared to people who... I know there's a lot of people in the community right now that started in Modern Warfare 2 who are trying to get into other games, and this, I mean, I've heard this might be some people's second, you know, first-person shooter, their second, you know, multiplayer type game. And if you're trying to go from Modern Warfare 2 to this game without any previous Halo experience, you need to know some basic things about callouts and working as a team to get kills, because even with, you know, the best starting weapon and the DMR, it takes 5 headshots to kill. Well, 4 shots to the body and a finishing headshot. And that's a lot to get on one person, especially if they have a power weapon. You're pretty much done. And that's why you need to learn the callouts with a team of yours. Here I'm playing with 2 of my friends. We're searching in 3s, and we're calling out everybody. Like I just called there. I hit him with the plasma pistol. He's one shot. At whatever, we don't quite have them all down. Oh, that was a fail. I was trying to evade into him, because if you're stuck, you can kill them with the explosion of the sticky on you. Should have gotten him there, but yeah, you'll see me not as much in this game, because I'm kind of the kill horror of this game where I get the majority of the team's kills, but I'm definitely calling out people. Like right there, I just called bottom mid, he's one shot, and my friend Derek Bollisong is right there next to me, coming down to get the kill. I mean, that wasn't as necessary, but you get the idea that you're calling out kills, you're going for team shots, you're letting your teammates know where they are so that you can get 2 or 3 people firing on them at the same time against one, which you're almost always going to win in that situation. And that brings me to my next point, which is that you need to roll with a team. You need to get a group of friends that it doesn't really matter your skill level at this point, since you are starting a new game. I mean, it's always better to have, you know, your friends that are good at this game on your regular squad, but I mean anyone who will suffice, basically. That you need to get a team that you're friends with. I mean, it doesn't have to be real life friends just on Xbox Live, that you can get communication going with, because communication is so important in this game. In COD, it's like 2 bullets to kill. You do not need 2 or 3 people firing at the same person. In fact, it's actually detrimental usually to the team if you have that. And that's why in this game you need to make sure that you have a group of friends playing. If you want to go for the win, or if you want to have fun with this game, it's really important to have a group of friends. Yeah, and I think that makes this game even more fun, because it brings people together that you're, you know, working as a team to get these objectives done. In COD, playing a team deathmatch isn't quite as rewarding as it is in this game, because, or a team slayer in this game is the equivalent, is that it takes work to get a kill. You know, you have to try hard just to get every kill. And I like that aspect to this game, because it's a nice switch from COD. I'm super excited about Black Ops, so excited about that, but it's definitely a change of pace that I love in this game.
5 minutes remaining.
What else do I talk about? I guess the DMR is one thing that everyone's talking about. The reticule bloom. It's really important to try to get the rhythm down. Yeah, there's another crazy stick that, I mean, I don't know, that seemed pretty dead on, but if it was a little bit off, it seems like it homes a little bit to me. Anyways, so the DMR, the reticule bloom, it's really important that if you're in a situation where you are close range, mid range, where you're freaking out, where you're attacking someone one-on-one, you need to make sure you're not speeding your shots up, because if you're speeding your shots up, it can take anywhere from 8 to 10 shots with the reticule being red, where it looks like it's on him. If the reticule bloom is big, it can miss way outside of the zone that it shows you. And it's really important to try to get that rhythm down. It's taken me a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I'm almost there right now. I mean, you're never gonna perfect it, but it goes day in and day out. But I really like that gun. I was worried about losing the BR, probably my favorite gun in any sort of video game, but I'm loving the DMR as a replacement. Perfectly happy with it, and just loving this game in general. We're going to try to get a couple of montages up for you guys, because we think that that would be another thing to do right off the bat. It might not be, you know, top quality montage, but we'll get that eventually. But right now I think we're going to do maybe an assassination montage, maybe a plasma montage. It's kind of my idea, which is the plasma nades, the sticky, and the plasma pistol, because I just love those two. Yeah, and we're going to keep probably putting up, I'm going to strive for 2 videos a week, not necessarily commentaries, but just two videos in general in a week for me. And I don't know about Shim and Camo, but I'm guessing somewhere around there, maybe 1 video a week, 2 videos a week. So definitely 5 videos a week on average. Doesn't have to be this game, but mainly Reach, because that's what's popular right now. So yeah, I've still got a little bit left in this game, but we're just cleaning them up. There's a nice little team shot, what I'm talking about earlier. All of us firing on him. And yeah, I guess I can finish up with talking about armor abilities. So there's a couple of armor abilities I was shocked that I liked, and a couple that I was surprised I didn't, that I was disappointed with. The main one I was disappointed with was active camo. It is really, really easy to see someone who's in active camo. If they're moving at all, they're pretty much completely visible. And I just got the kill with the explosion of the plasma. That's what I was talking about earlier. But it's really easy to see someone in active camo. And the one that I was surprised by, which is probably because I didn't get to experience it in the beta, was the hologram. It actually works really well. It's almost impossible to tell the difference between someone and its hologram, besides the straightforward movement pattern, but that's really effective if you're doing like a team snipers or some sort of big map where there's a lot of open space where you can see where they're firing from. But I still think the best idea, if you're just going for the best score possible, is to go with either sprint or evade. Both of those are, evade is really good. I really like evade. It's just such a quick, sharp motion. It's really hard to kill someone evading, especially because you need the headshot usually for that last shot. Yeah, I pretty much stick with sprint and evade on every map I play, except for sword base usually. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. It's the last kill there. I went 25 and 8. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys later. Blood out.